Hey friends, I'm here to give a brief update on my health and how I'm feeling. A lot of you have been asking what's been going on, where I'm at, how I'm feeling, and I just wanted to take a few moments and give everyone an update. It's now been 1 month since I finished my last chemotherapy treatment. It's hard to believe it's been a month. It feels like it was yesterday that I was still sitting in that chair and getting those drugs. It has been a very difficult month in many ways. I hit some very low points physically and emotionally in the weeks that followed, and I think a lot of it had to do with the contrast between being done with chemo, being done with the conventional treatment, and having some kind of idea that that was the end. Like, okay, I'm done, I'm healed. But in reality, the end of the chemotherapy really marked the lowest point as far as energy and strength and emotions throughout the whole process. The good news is since then I've been rebounding in a number of ways, energy-wise, mood, emotions, and so on. There's definitely a long way to go. My hair is just starting to grow back. I can feel a little bit of stubble on the back of my head. They said it's going to be a few months before I really have regular hair growth. I'm really most excited about getting some eyebrows and eyelashes back, so I don't look like a chemotherapy patient anymore. From a technical standpoint, I have a PET CT scan next Thursday. This will be the test that is kind of like my final result of all of the treatment. And if you remember, in May I had a very positive result from a scan that showed the tumor had shrunk to about 2 centimeters and there was no more malignant activity. So most likely this scan will confirm that the tissue that's left over from the tumor is even smaller, and I don't see any reason why there will be any malignant activity. So hopefully, knock on wood, I will continue to consider myself cancer-free, and then from there I'll go in for checkups and blood work with my doctor, I think every 3 months, and I'll have a chest x-ray every 6 months just to make sure everything is fine. So now I'm basically on my own to try to heal up, and I'm doing a fair amount of self-care. I'm juicing and trying to do massage and acupuncture every week. I'm taking a fair amount of herbal supplements and different things in this direction to try to improve my immune system. And yesterday even my acupuncturist told me that my liver was actually feeling quite strong. She was checking my pulse. So I took that as a sign it was okay to have some red wine. Last night I enjoyed a nice glass and a half of Pinot Noir, watched some English football. And the lesson, or not the lesson, but the feedback I've been getting about my physical health from both my acupuncturist and also a kinesthesiologist, a muscle tester, doctor that I see in Denver, was that my spleen actually is something that I need to work on. And it was interesting because I was actually feeling post-chemo some pain and swelling in this area. It's on the left side below just underneath, I think like the 10th to 12th lower ribs. And from what I understand, it makes sense because the spleen is affected strongly by this Neulasta shot that was my nemesis throughout chemotherapy. It makes the spleen swell. Some people even get ruptured spleens in rare cases. And the spleen is just entirely overworked during chemotherapy, processing the damaged red blood cells and doing other work. And it's connected very much with emotionally, like reminiscing and thinking about the past. And I noticed very much in the last weeks I've been doing that, which is not normal for me. And really the only solution to heal the spleen, there's no magic tool, is just rest. So that's the message I keep getting is try to sleep and rest and don't push it. And that's really hard for me, actually. the other piece of this is really around nurturing myself and self-care. I've caught myself a number of times speaking to people about how I feel sore after I go for a short walk, and like I want to start lifting weights and doing this and that, and almost like my friends, my acupuncturists, and my therapists, they're all like, what about that part that just can be patient and just take it easy and treat yourself like a small child? And it's really interesting. That's really difficult for me. I have this attitude of like, I'm fine, I'm gonna push through this and get better. And while it is good to have some forward thinking and motivation in that direction, this journey with cancer has taught me a lot of things, and it continues to now. And right now that message is, take it slow. Don't just go back to everything try to go back to the way everything was, and really I'm talking to you or me, give myself the time to really, really heal and get that deep rest that my body needs, such that I'm fully healing. Because I really believe that while the conventional treatments and other things remove the cancer from my physical body right now, it didn't necessarily address the root cause, which in my belief system is often connected more deeply to psycho-spiritual karmic ties. And so I still feel I'm in a space where I'm looking deeply into that connection, and simply returning to the way things were as fast as possible is not going to be the full complete healing that I seek and that I desire and I hope for. So that's my work now, and I'm trying not to make these messages too long, so 7.5 minutes, we'll leave it there. Thank you again, everyone, for all of your support and your love and your care and your advice and all the wonderful things you've been sending to me and sharing with me and offering to me. That's it for today. Wish you all a beautiful morning, beautiful afternoon, and stay tuned for the next update.